And good news continues today as most other countries around the world are still struggling to contain the pandemic. We have only 3 new infections reported today, Gunata. And it looks like life for most people in big cities like Bangkok are slowly returning to normal. You can see from the traffic congestions and how people flock to department stores and shopping malls on Sunday, which was the first day that the lockdown was eased.
Right. It's like people have totally forgotten perhaps that this is during restriction measure of the social distancing and easing of restriction. But we could see life was nearly back to normal when people turned to department store on Sunday. And today the new cases are 3, quite low when compared to other countries' standard, Kuntepchai, and 2 are female worker and 55-year-old male colleague who work in Bangkok, and the other one of infection was in Phuket, is in Phuket. So totally are 3 new infections today.
Yeah, but that did not stop Dr. Tavisin Visanu-Yotin, the spokesman of the Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration, from repeating his warning about the potential of infection that could be spread by people traveling across provinces. He, of course, referred to cases of infections, brought about by people who were in Phuket and then returned to their hometowns and then started infecting others around them. So this is the warning that has been repeated over the weeks and months that we have been hearing, right? But certainly we still need to hear this kind of warning from doctors.
Yes, that's right. And he cited the reason of interprovincial travel that has caused the increasing number of infection in Thailand. And he'd like to ask people to try to discourage people of interprovincial traveling at this juncture. That's what he said. And he asked anyone who loses the sense of smell or taste to see a doctor immediately, even if they do not have fever, Kuntepchai.
Yeah. In order to make sure that at least most businesses comply with the social distancing directives or measures to make sure that the customers and operators of businesses do not become parts of the problem. The Disease Control Department has conducted a random survey of over 2,300 business and leisure facilities in the past 1 week. These include markets, food shops and stores, mini marts and supermarkets, even public parks and beauty salons, barber shops. And what they found was that the majority of these shops have done well in the areas of providing sanitizer gel or alcohol for hand washing, face masks wearing by both the customers and operators, and of course social distancing. These were some of the measures that the Disease Control Department found out that were strictly complied with by most of the business operators and their customers.
Yes, and the sign that people are quite welcoming easing of restriction, we can see from how people have registered on Thailand Victory or Thai Chana. Yesterday, we could see how more than 2.6 million shoppers have registered for this application so that they can take a look of the owners of the shop in terms of the queue and how many people will flock into each department store at one time. That was the launch yesterday, and it was, of course, the second phase of easing of restriction, Kuntepchai.